But even when it comes down to a purpose, in life, like, that's not even really real. Like, your purpose is literally created. Like, all there is really in the world is just animals and nature. Let's just keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck. There's like animals and there's nature. That's really all there is out here. And at the end of the day, your purpose in life is like the game that y'all end up creating in the world. Human beings have created in the world. Because you didn't create it, you're a descendant. And it's like, you sit here and you're a descendant thinking this is your purpose, and we can sit here and get extra spiritual, we can do this and that and the third, but that's just passion at this point. You know what I mean? We can go here and there with it, but at the end of the day of it all, it's like you're just living your life for other humans, essentially, whether they be alive or dead. And that's just that's the excuse, The real reason why you're doing everything is just for survival. The brain only can do what it knows how to do. So if you only been doing one thing, you're only gonna be doing that, So at the end of the day, it's like everybody's just trying to survive, but for what? You're gonna die anyways. It's kind of dumb. Like, you're gonna die anyways. Like, why are you trying so hard to survive? It's kind of stupid. And then when you look at other organisms and how easily they die, and your whole thing is, it's because we're smarter. And it's like, smarter for what? You know what I mean? To indulge, to survive. That's essentially it. And if you really think about that, it's like, what's the point of all that? Nothing. I mean, it doesn't matter, man. Because yesterday was yesterday. Now today's today. Whatever, all this, I'm 35 years old. 35 years passed since I was born. None of that shit really matters. None of that shit matters. Don't mean a damn thing. So the reality is, a lot of people that live and die, like, it just doesn't matter. It don't matter, bro. Like, nothing fucking matters, man. It's almost like, if I asked you this, like, if you knew everything in the world, you're the most intelligent person, you just, like, an omnipresent type of, like, knowledge, almost, like, you realize nothing fucking matters. This is all happening at one time. Like, I don't see it anymore, man. Oh, I don't see a lot. They got a lot of layers to this shit, too, A lot of layers to it. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing, man. Seeing that it just doesn't matter. Don't know what to say. That's why I don't care about a lot of things, man. I just don't care, dude. I'm done fighting, man. It's just sad sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes it's really stupid, man. I'm just, I don't even know, man. I'm so done. So throwing it in the towel right now. It's just so dumb, bro. Like I'm watching a tarot card reading, and then like the lady's like, "Yes, these people," and I know, because I always, even right now, I have some knowledge I would like to throw at y'all right now that actually, like, you know what I mean? Like, some spiritual knowledge that I can like throw at you right now, but it's like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't finna listen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's funny because I'm looking at certain people that, like, you know, like people that have been like priests when they were young. Look at, like, in the sense of kings, you can see when they were young and they got older. Like, you know, everybody, like professionals when they were young and they are older now. Y'all on social media right now, you got Ari Spears, like people like that. It's like you just see like what it turns into. And it's just dumb, bro. You know? I wonder why everybody's coming now that I'm here. I guess I know why. They probably don't know why. Whatever. It is what it is, man. I don't know, bro. I'm at that point right now. I just don't care, man. Yeah. I'm probably going to stay here, maybe, if I can keep on finding food and water. And if these rec centers don't kill me, or try to kill me, you know, I'm probably going to stay here for like a week. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. The reason why I was in Colorado for so long was just like, honestly, the healing process. Told her to say something about that. It's like it was a past energy. And I'm like, yeah, true that. Like, you had to heal. Yeah, I had to heal mentally, dude. It was just like, I had to really come to the conclusion that, like, it's over for people like me, but it's over for me, you know what I'm saying? I think that's why I make these videos now, honestly, guys. It's just talking to people like me, but at the same time, like, let's be honest, you're gonna need the money. You know what I mean? Like, people are so everything. I don't even like using words anymore, because sometimes it's just like such a fakeness. Everything is fake, man. I didn't want to say it, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you don't like me because this. That's why I was like, oh, whatever, bro. Like, I don't even like calling myself nothing anymore. Like, I don't believe in nothing, man. I really don't. You know, I'm tired of people. I'm tired of it. It's not, all of it's politics, man. At this point, you can't even call an apple or an orange without being political. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what to say, man. It's really whatever at this point. I think I might watch the rest of The Conjuring 2 tonight. I still got HBO Max. You know? I'm about to cut off that. Can't be paying like $70 a month for a phone bill. I don't even call anybody. I use it for the unlimited data. And it's like, all I do is go on TikTok at this point. You know? It's crazy because you're like, why don't you better yourself? Why don't you? And it's like, oh, doing what? Like, I don't even know, man. This other stuff's crazy, man. Like, doing what? I had to pull out the collared shirt so they could feel a little more comfortable. But I guarantee they don't. I don't. Sorry, guys. Ooh, should have had that rosemary water. I found some fried chicken, so it's protein. It's meat, so it'll stay in the stomach a little longer. But God, man, I hate fried chicken. I used to love fried chicken. I wouldn't say I loved it. You know, it's good. You know, I'm African, so like we don't eat fried chicken. You know what I mean? We just fry the chicken. We don't batter it up. And so I actually eat what they call in Nigeria hard chicken. So you boil it basically, right, and you're getting all those juices out and all the fat starts to, you know what I mean, break down, and the meat starts to break down, and then they dry it, and then they deep fry it, right? So then like it becomes really hard and tough, you know. I mean, everybody kind of like a meat that they can like, they can sink their teeth in really and kind of just rip that off the bone. Everybody kind of likes that mentality, I guess. So I guess Nigerians kind of like that mentality. I had some of those like not vinaigrette, but it's like one of them like chili space Chinese sauces. I found one of those. I mean, at first, I ain't gonna lie to you, it was pretty spicy. I was like, oh snap! But like afterwards, I was like, what? It's actually pretty delicious. Like it was actually really delicious. And I've also heard that spicy food improves your mood. So, you know, yeah. I applied to a lot of jobs today, right? But I know I'm not gonna get those jobs, man. Like I'm at a point right now. I'm telling you, man, I'm not. I can't do it. I can't even begin to do it, man. I can't do it. I'm not going to be jumping through fiery hoops in my life, man. I'm just not. Everything it's just I'm not, man. I'm just not gonna do it, man. I'm just not gonna be doing it. Some other Torah reader said it's time to work smart, not hard. I don't believe in intelligence. I don't believe in that either, man. There's no being smart. Like, what is smart? You know what I mean? What does that do anything? You know, in World War, I think it was World War One. I'm not exactly sure. There was a great scientist. I forgot his name. It was back when I was in like I was in like 11th grade. I was in chemistry class. I love chemistry class. Teacher, you know what I'm saying, was talking about this scientist who got drafted into the army, and he was like this close or something like that, discovering something that, you know, so somebody else discovered, whatever, a little later on. And he was young. And of course he got killed, you know? And it's just like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, he was intelligent. What did it have to do with somebody putting a bullet in his brain? Who cares, man? And that's why you got stupid clowns like Superman, the new Superman movie. He's so innocent, but he has the power of a god. Like, come on, dude. Like, stupid shit, man. Like, who cares at this point, man? And that's all the people want. That's what everybody wants to be. Everybody really just... And most of these people, man, they're just... I mean, come on now. You know? Yeah. You know? My dad had 5 kids, dude. My grandpa had 8 kids, dude. 8 kids. For what? Because he served in World War II, worked with the British. So what was he like? Man, it doesn't even matter, man. Now where is he? In the ground. And then all of the families like, we gotta do this. I remember my uncle told me, my uncle found me smoking weed, dude, and was like, literally like, trying to explain to me how to be a man. It was so typical, bro. Like, I could have got that from Carl Winslow, you know, from Family Matters, man. Like, you know, you need to protect and provide. Like, oh, you're so intelligent. You came up with string theory, dude. Like, no, bro. Like we're cavemen or something, like with some so super, like the most obvious. No, you're not supposed to protect yourself in this reality. No, you're not supposed to provide for yourself. No, come on. Anywhere you go in this world, from beginning to end, you're gonna have to do that. That's obvious. You know what I mean? I don't need somebody to sit here and tell you gotta protect and provide. Stupid shit, man. I'm just saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's dumb. You know? That's really the reason why I ain't gonna hold you. Like, all those years ago, I dropped out of college. It was just like, I got there and I just started realizing they're having us run through fiery hoops, and I just didn't go to college for that. That's not why I picked the college I went to. You know what I mean? That's not why I spoke to my professors the way I tried to speak to them, but they were looking at me like, you're not here to kiss my ass? And it was just like, no, I'm trying to find out, like, reality. Like, I'm trying to figure out where this rabbit hole goes. And it was just like, what rabbit hole? What? Like, And it was funny because a lot of people were like that. A lot of people were like that. And because we were young, you know what I mean? We thought that we can go back to the people that really were just trying to exploit us. And we had the energy to be exploited. So we were. I just think life doesn't matter, bro. That's all I'm saying. And at certain points in my experience, sometimes you just gotta go down with your shit, man. Sometimes you just gotta go down with your shit because, you know, what's the point? At a certain point. At a certain point, you're gonna ask yourself, what's the point? And I think the hardest thing is trying to live with that in reality, like trying to make sense out of it. You can't. Like, all you're gonna like break it down to is survival. But to lie to other people, to make yourself not feel bad or make yourself even go crazy, right? You're gonna end up like coming up with some false teaching or just saying some random bullshit. You know, we're the chosen people or whatever. And it's never had anything to do with you, right? It has to do, always have to do with other people sacrificing themselves to some degree. You know what I mean? And it perpetuates more stupidity. I don't know, man. I'm just tired of people acting like they care, acting like, man, get out of here, man. Like, why would you care? For real, man. I don't know, man. I really don't know. All I'm saying is, for me personally, shit's stupid, man. It's been stupid, bro. That's why I'm like, man, whatever. I applied to some jobs, some janitorial jobs. Probably gonna work with some Hispanic people that hate black people. You know how it is. Type shit. And then they're gonna be like, oh, we hate gays, we love God, and you know all that shit's a lie. Like, who are they fooling? Some kid that watches Backyardigans. You know what I mean? Whatever, man. You already know how it is. Then they're gonna be just I'm be trying to just mop the floor. That's my job, bro. You know? And they're gonna make it seem like, oh, you did it. You know what I mean? Just turn around. How you gonna love a woman? Then turn around and have sex with a man. Whatever she said in that movie, you know what I'm talking about. Whatever she said in that movie, you know what I'm saying? For real, you know? And you just be like, what? I swear to God. You know what I mean? Like, what's the beginning of life? What's the afterlife? You're looking at them like, bro, I'm just here to mop the floors. Like, jeez, get off of me. What we gonna do? How you supposed to raise your sons? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at them like, bruh, I'm just refilling the toilet paper, man. Like, what the heck? I swear. You think I'm playing, but I'm so serious. You can, you know, I don't have to take myself that seriously, but, you know, I'm just saying, guys, you know, this is what's going on, man. This is what's going on out here. This is what I deal with, man. Motherfuckers asking me the secrets to life. I'm like, man, what the? So I basically got to come to the conclusion that pretty much everybody's crazy. Everybody's crazy. And there's just nothing you can do about it, man. As I had to come to the conclusion. Everybody crazy, man. That's why people don't understand sometimes when I don't speak at all. And I just look at them, observe them. Because if you're not trying to sleep, you're not trying to get some water, you're not trying to eat, then you're just full of shit, bro. Like everything else, you're full of shit. I don't even care. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that, man. I can't do it. And the funny thing is, because I tried doing it, you know, and it got shot down, you know. So, you know, when they say like it's better to have love or something like that and lost than to never loved at all, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm the type of person that does my research, and in so many words, you know, I've talked to people, I talked to men, right? I talked to gay men, transsexuals, I've talked to straight dudes, I've talked to ones that never had sex, that have sex all the time, that have one partner. You get what I'm saying? Like, doesn't matter, bro. Doesn't matter, man. None of that shit matters, man. So many words. Sometimes talking. Just, you know, they say two different things, but at the same time, it kind of is crazy because they're opposite. But, you know, they say somebody who talks too much, it really shows an empty mind. Sometimes they say somebody who talks too much shows a full mind. I guess it just matters if you're making sense or not. But I guess also matters where you're coming from, because if you really have the intelligence, and we know how to say that much. But I guess at the end of the day, right? If you don't have the intelligence, you know, like I don't even think human beings are superior than other animals. I think literally we need to be like this to survive. This is a part of like our bodies, like, you know what I mean, all that shit. Like we don't have fur, you know. You know, I'm just saying. Like I said, everybody's crazy, so I know there's like 1,000 comments right now probably saying you're wrong. You know, man. Funny, they said, I was reading a statistic today real quick. It said Gen Z is going to be the most working class that's ever existed or some shit like that. And I'm just like, fuck off, motherfuckers. I'm like, fuck off. Like, get the fuck out of here. But they ain't doing shit. Y'all kicked out a whole bunch of people, bro. You killed off so many people, bro. You know what I mean? And then you reinvented your fucking narrative to people that are being conditioned. Like, of course they're gonna be so-called working. Motherfuckers ain't working, man. They ain't doing shit. And then they're young. You know what I mean? In their prime ages. So they got all this passion for so-called life that you're gonna just steal away from them and shit. And replace it with fucking some robotic AI brain. You know what I mean? Not finna know shit. By the time they get older, they're gonna just be stupid. You know what I mean? They're gonna be running into AI just to goddamn. By the time Gen Z hits 40, they're gonna fucking be like, I have my AI wife. Fuck my fucking. I married when I was like in my late 20s, in my early 30s. But then I'm fucking, you know what I mean? Like, this is my AI wife. I go into a virtual reality world and shit when I get home and shit. They're only living in a closet, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, fuck all this shit. Who cares, bro? Either you suffer in this world, you live a fake ass life. Like, who cares, bro? At this point, like, this shit don't even matter, man. Shit's stupid out here. And that's the saddest part about it, you know, because we be scared like all this stuff's gonna happen to us, but in reality, bro, it's just we're gonna let you go, man. That's all that shit be like, you know, they just let you go. They don't go no further than that. That's the majority of the reason. That's the majority of it, dude. I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's funny because I was watching stuff, right, some comedy things, and it's funny because, you know, I think Dave Chappelle said it, like, in the 90s, we really thought that they killed off all the Native Americans. Like, we really thought that shit. And now we have social media and everything, and like streaming services. And I used to watch the streaming service Shudder that makes horror movies or whatever, and there was a lot of Native American horror movies, and I was like, what the hell? Didn't even know those existed, man. And it was crazy because I'm looking like, man, like, and I remember telling one of my coworkers like 2 years ago, and he was looking at me like, oh, didn't we kill off all the Native Americans? And I was like, nah, bro, there's still a lot. Like, they're still here, bro. And then, I don't know, it just brings you the point to make that, like, we be just believing what they tell us, what we believe. What the reality is, and what I'm saying is, they're just gonna let you go, bro. They just want you to, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? And they just don't want you a part of it, man. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. They just don't want you a part of it because they already know, like, you're not gonna be down with it. So that's about. There's like a little sound coming from over here. It's making me really annoyed. I'm gonna have to see what it is. Like, what the hell? Hold on, let me see what's going on, man. Like I said, man, crazy. Battery's going low. Some features might be limited. Battery's getting low. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna leave it. I can't care about it all the time. But that's what we're dealing with, man. It's crazy, man. And it's funny also because I'm gonna say this real quick. Like, actually, people are actually scared of the South, right? For all the, but it's funny because the South is actually really fucking nice, bro. Like, I'd actually rather live in the South than live up in the North area. Because the South is just that Southern hospitality. They always constantly moving in immigrants into the South. And it's funny because a lot of these immigrants come from countries where they don't have all this technology and all that good stuff, right? They come from areas that are like more, rural. And because they're more rural areas, it's like the South is like the perfect place for them to like settle. And so you have a melting pot of different cultures in one area. And that's why I notice about the South nowadays. America's completely changed. That's what I'm saying. I guess when people thought of the South back in like, 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, because of the media that was pushed out, they thought it was like, redneck, hillbilly, country hicks and shit, ready to shoot you with a shotgun. And it's really not that shit nowadays. What I think it is you have a whole bunch of like, Southern people mixed with like immigrants, and like they're like this. I don't know how to explain it, but them just doing basic stuff. A lot of them controlled by Christianity, so a lot of them can fit into the South easier. But yeah, when I was going to the South, very simplistic people, very chill. They're very chill, very slowed down. They're not so like, oh my God, what the heck? Like, even me going on the bus here, in Chicago, it's like, they're like looking at me like, what you doing? Come on, get on the bus, Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Even when they drive, I'm like, God damn. Like, they're going super fast on the street, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm like, pew, pew, pew. I'm like, we already here? Like, I'm like, damn, I just put my phone back on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like down the South, we're a little more chill, a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Take our time with it, But yeah, man, that's how it is. So, I like that type of shit. I ain't gonna hold you, you know what I'm saying? I do like the South, you know what I'm saying? I do like the South. I do have that, it's funny because I would say the East Coast or this area, right? It's not the East, but this area, right? like towards the East Coast, it's a little bit more like money happy, like money hungry and speed. You know what I'm saying? It's more about the speed. People just trying to like, you know, but like down south, it's more chill. You know what I mean? It's more like take a break and smell the coffee. You know what I mean? And then you got, which is honestly, if you think about it, is on a spiritual level. That's some spiritual shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when you have the East Coast, I've noticed, right? It's mostly like money hungry. It's like you don't have the money, you're not finna get shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like. Like you gotta have the money. And so because of that, you got a lot of people that think they need to like kiss ass, you know what I'm saying, type ish. So you have a lot of people that are like, you know, like prostitutes and like things like that. Well, people that want to be singers and dancers, they may want to be the court jester or the whore or like, you know what I mean? And that's essentially what they are. Or the painter, they want to be, you know what I mean? Be the entertainer of the king type ish. You know what I mean? While people in the South are a little more independent, a little more spiritual, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a little slowed down, you know, they get more, you know what I mean, intuitive thoughts that can't be academically explained, right? You know what I'm saying? People over here, everything's just busting. You know what I mean? Everything's just like, okay, go there, this, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you know? Still getting used to it though, you know what I'm saying? But we're probably gonna keep on going. Like I said, you know, I think I'm about to hit up to Connecticut next, honestly. Connecticut, Massachusetts area. See how that works out. You know, if that doesn't work out, shit, we fuck around. Probably go to Canada if we can. But I don't even think that's gonna work out either. My biggest fear right now is just going broke and shit and being in a place I don't want to be in, like New York or some crazy ass place. You know. Crazy, man. My sister was really, I can't believe my sister really came to like Colorado. Like I was looking at text messages like, I'm in Colorado. I'm looking like, bitch, like what are you doing here? Like, why are you here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just made me so angry, bro. I was looking like, like, nah, I already knew what it was. I'm like, you coming here for me? You coming here for me, man? That's why I don't like her, bro. You know, this bitch got a demon on her, you know? That's why she molested me when I was a child. She keep, you know, she keep on trying to drag me into her shit. You know what I mean? That's why I left the house. You know what I mean? I was roommating with her ex-boyfriend, and she want to move back in. Like, what the hell? On some, like, sob story shit. Nah, that bitch is crazy and toxic, man. Just get away from something. I don't fuck with... That's why, probably to this day, I don't like females, because they just be on some toxic-ass, leechy energy shit, and that's just I cannot. Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? Like, kill yourself, bitch. Like, fuck away from me. You know? Like, ugh. I can never, bro. My energy would kill your ass. Like, dead ass. You'll be, you know what I mean? I'll be like, duck. You know what I'm saying? She ain't finna some Final Destination ass type shit. You feel me? Like, duck. She ain't finna duck and shit. The fucking shit gonna swing and just slice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I have no friends now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they couldn't survive, bro. You know, these motherfuckers heard some foxes or some coyotes at night, they just freak out, bro. You know, these motherfuckers, everybody, that's why I was in college, everybody on drugs and shit. Like, fuck drugs, man. I hate drugs at this point. I honestly hate drugs, which is crazy, right? It's crazy. I can't stand any drug. Yesterday I was gonna smoke a cigarette. I was about to smoke it because I was like, damn, man, this shit sucks, bro. AMG, I'm really out here, bro. I don't know what to do. I got no family, no friends. I was about to smoke a cigarette, and I smelt it, and I was like, bleh. I was like, oh, hell nah. And just threw that shit on the ground, like, I can't be doing this. I'm not gonna give you death. Like, what the fuck is, I'm not gonna just give you poison. Like, what the hell? They were having a party, you know what I'm saying? I think weed's legal here, but yeah, they were like smoking hella weed. Shit was loud as hell. I don't know, man. That shit was stupid, bro. The police came like 2 hours later. I'm like, bro, the party over, bro. The weed's been smoked. The fucking songs have been played. It got quiet, bro. I'm like, bro, it's been quiet for like 2 hours, bro. The police came through. I was like, it was a little corner I was sleeping in and shit. Trying to, you know what I mean, get some sleeps in. That shit was crazy. Motherfucker woke me up. It was this old ass Hispanic dude. He woke me up with a lawnmower. I mean, a leaf blower, bro. And we were on concrete. You know, some Chicago ass shit. I was like, what the hell? Like, we were on concrete in between the buildings. And he just came through. It was early as fucking morning. Like, it was like the sun wasn't even really out like that. I was like, all I heard was doo-doo. I was like, what the hell? I looked up like, he looked at me, I looked at him. I was looking at him like, what the hell? I was just looking at him like super confused. Like, is that a leaf blower? We in the city. Like, we on concrete. There's no grass around here. What are you doing? Like, I was just looking like, what are you doing? What is this? Like, what the hell? I had to look at him like that. He knew. He's like, you're good, bro. Because I just pick up your trash when you leave, man. I was like, okay. I was like, what the hell? That shit was the weirdest shit. I was like, what the hell? Like, I mean, I wasn't really completely mad at it, but I was just kind of like, that shit threw me off, bro, the mug, bro. I was like, what the heck? Like, we dead ass on concrete. There is no grass around this area like that. Like, and he pulled out a whole, like, leaf blower. Just, I was like, what the heck? Okay. Leaf blower. Every time I go to a new city, it's always my first time seeing somebody do the most, like, craziest shit to me, bro. I swear, bro. Every time I go to a new city, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, what is that? I always have a Cardi B moment. I'm just like, what is that? Like, for real. You know? Anyways. Yeah, man. It's just, it's what it's looking like, man. It's what it's looking like. It's what it's looking like right now. Luckily, I found that chicken. You know what I mean? That was kind of crazy, too. I was not I wasn't kind of expecting it, because I could just, But I really wasn't expecting it, Wasn't expecting it. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I am tired of the transphobia, though. It's really fucking lame, man. I can't even begin. You know what I mean? When it comes to this lame ass shit. It really is lame, man. Like, that shit is, like, weird, bro. For me, at this point, it's just weird, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm tired of these suckers, man. In my mind, every time somebody's acts homophobic or transphobic, they're fucking gay as fuck, bro. Like, they're weirdly gay. That's how I see it. I could never. Because, to me, it's just like, you're crazy. At this point, it's like you're that weird that you're just crazy, bro. And I'm just tired of it, man. Like, I'm not even gonna play certain games with people, bro. People are just crazy. Like I said, I remember I was working at Little Caesars the first time I was working there. And, I was eating fried chicken, like, every day. So I know I was fat as hell, right? So, you fat. You got man boobs. Bro, I had a whole beard, bro. My manager just looked at my chest. And the whole rest of the day, she was just being a fucking weirdo. Like, she was just being a menace. She was talking to this other girl. She was dark skinned, you feel me? She don't look the best, so I ain't gonna hold you. She was ugly. You know what I'm saying? And she was, you know what I mean? It was crazy, man. Some things just really were crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Some things just was like crazy, man. You know damn well ain't nothing going on over here. See how they do you? In the proper right-hand turn? I don't know. That's why I don't got a car. I ain't got time for that foolishness. But yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, like, so she was the rest of the whole night. The manager was going off on her like, oh, you need to do it this way. You need to do it this way. If you're really a woman, are you really a woman? Are you a man? And I was just looking at her like, what the fuck? Like, why are you doing that? Like, why? And my mom's thinking like, why is she doing that shit? And I didn't even realize until like around later on. Like now, I'm just like, oh, she was like transphobic or whatever the fuck. Nah, that bitch is a weirdo. She a weirdo, bro. Well, cause she's not. She don't. You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro. You just a weirdo. I'm done with people, bro. That's when I had to realize to call it a towel, man. I'm just so sick of certain things, I really am, bro. I can't. And those are the type of women I cannot stand. Especially, I'm going to say this when I don't give a damn. Especially black women. But, women in general. Black women, I think especially are like that. And Hispanic women. But honestly, a lot of women are like that. And I don't fuck with those type of bitches. And you find out them women always are, you know what I'm saying, the worst women ever, bro. Like, you wouldn't even want to, even on their good day, you wouldn't want to be around them. They just users and abusers. That's why they do. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? They the biggest, nastiest people, bro. Like, if you were a man, she tried to use you. You know what I'm saying? You a woman, she gonna try to manipulate you. But because she feel like, oh, it's really, she know that she know that you might know her secrets because, you know what I'm saying, you know the real. You like in between. You're the gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? So and she gonna sit here and that's what they realize. But they want to be on this like, no, they're supposed to be treated like shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know what I mean? Like, and it got nothing to do with nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? We just at work making burger patties. Like, you know what I'm saying? Selling patties, bro. So at the end of the day, people are just crazy. I'm like, I don't have time for it, bro. Took all that anger out on me. I'm just looking like, damn, just because I got mad. I remember when I came back from Austin, and sister was like, I took my shirt off. Sister was like, oh yeah, that's breast tissue. Right. The girl that ain't got a man and never been with a man because you always got an attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck out of here, bro. Bullshit. Straight bullshit, bro. You kidding me? Fuck out of here, bro. Craziness. People crazy, bro. And there's too many of them, bro. They just keep on making them, They just keep on fucking, you know what I mean? There's only a crazy person would dip their, you know what I mean? Or try to get somebody to dip their thing in their thing. Y'all just crazy, man. And that's what I'm starting to realize. Y'all just crazy. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's a Neanderthalic trait to just sit here and rape. So I don't think y'all even have sex, personally. I think y'all rape each other. That's all y'all be trying to do. That's what having game is. What do you think running game is? I mean, if you fucking coerce a child into thinking that, which I've seen movies about, right? Documentaries, did my own research in college. That's what I'm saying. Those type of research. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was doing my own research. I went to the library and actually read books. You saying coercion? Most people call that rape. That's what I'm saying. So what do you think these people are trying to do? What do you think running game is? What do you think having game is? It's rape, bro. It's just another form of rape. So I don't even care, bro. And is it possible to rape each other? Yeah. If you got hidden intentions, or you don't disclose information that should be disclosed, the same thing as lying, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. So that's what's going on, man. I hate to be so negative in this one right here, you know what I'm saying? But I really don't care at this point. I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. It's all going down the drain really from here, and it doesn't even matter, bro. It don't even matter. Well, I'll see y'all on the next one. Appreciate it for letting me shoot this video with y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out the TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I post things on there, mostly trans things. I like the community that there is on TikTok versus YouTube. The YouTube community or trans people are a little more. I mean, there's not really anybody else on trans on YouTube really like that. Most people are just on TikTok, so you know what I mean. TikTok cool. Yeah. That's that. Peace.